Hey guys, welcome to a 48-hour readathon. I just want to take you along with me in the next couple of days and maximize all the reading that I can do. This is not one of those intensive readathons where we are reading sun up to sundown, trying to read 24 hours straight, any of that. I just have the next 2 days off of work and I want to do a lot of reading, so let's get into it. I really need to get going on my monthly TBR, so that's what this video is definitely going to be focusing on. I have these 4 books that I want to choose from. So these are physically from my TBR, but I also have these 4 on audio checked out from Libby. So let's talk about them. The first option is The People in the Trees. This is by the same author as A Little Life. I have yet to read that. I know it's just going to destroy me, but I read the back of this. It sounds really good. It is about a young doctor who goes on this expedition to a remote island in search of a rumored lost tribe. And there he encounters a strange group of forest dwellers who appear to have attained a form of immortality that preserves the body but not the mind. It is basically a anthropological adventure story with a profound and tragic vision of what happens when cultures collide. It marks the debut of a remarkable new voice in American fiction. Sounds like it could get me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I've been reading a lot of fantasy, a lot of romance. I haven't read a ton of just general fiction recently, so I am leaning towards this, but we'll see. Do I want to cry? We have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Honestly, I don't know the full synopsis of this, so I do kind of want to go in blind. I know it's kind of World War II essence, I believe, and I'm just prepared to feel all the emotions. That's what's always made me a little hesitant to read it and being in the right mindset to appreciate the story, but this is definitely an option. We could go with something fun. I have The Lightning Thief. I have been really wanting to read this series. I didn't do it when I was young, and now I love all the movies. I love the Disney Plus show, and I have the series of books that's like the series after this, but I didn't realize that's the series I had. I thought I had bought this like years ago. False. So I need to read this first. This is something that would totally be easy to like fly through. So this could be a nice one to start off this readathon. The final option we have is Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. This is a continuation of the Red Rising saga. So this is book 4. I finished the Red Rising trilogy, I think at the beginning of this year or maybe at the very end of 2025. I can't remember. But I've been wanting to dive back into this, so I definitely want to do it soon. I'm thinking one of these. I'm leaning towards this now that I've gone through them, just because it could be really nice to kick off this little readathon with something I can easily fly through, and then diving into a general fiction, and then maybe picking up either a very emotional read or a sci-fi book. So I think we're gonna go with The Lightning Thief. I need to check out. We just got to a coffee shop and I'm placing a mobile order for pickup because, listen, if I have the opportunity to not talk to people, I'm gonna take it 10 out of 10 times. Okay, I just placed an order for a plain bagel toasted with cream cheese and a matcha. While that is starting to do its thing, I just want to update you that I did come to a coffee shop and I was tempted to try somewhere new, but I figured if I'm wanting to just go somewhere and read, I want a tried and true. I want to go somewhere that I know the vibes are good. I like the place. I know that they have a lot of seating options, all of that. Trying somewhere new, you just like never know the vibes. Are they playing loud music? Is there really ever seating? What's the situation? So that's why we're here at Coffee Bean. I have my book. We placed the order. Let's go in and get to reading. I am so freaking hot. I need this air conditioning on. This car is on fire. But it is almost noon. I went ahead back home, check on Milo, and then I think we should go back outside. I just don't know if I want to go to the pool or if I want to like go to a park and bring Milo with me. I don't know, but we are on page 107, chapter 8. We are about to enter Capture the Flag. I'm not going to go into spoilers on this by the off chance that you haven't seen anything of Percy Jackson, but more like a if you know, you know. I love the Capture the Flag scene, so I'm excited to read about it, but I love it. I feel like reading this now, we follow along a lot up to this point as far as just the main like discovery of things, getting Percy to Camp Half-Blood, where obviously he's learning all about himself. I'm excited. I'm having such a good time. I would say the descriptions are a bit different. I do like recognize that, but that's not something that bothers me. I feel like when something like, I don't know when this was like originally published. Is that something we get to see? 2005? Sure. Like, I just like, I don't care. I just want a good actor for a story that's like fantasy-esque where you're gonna bring it to life so much. I just want good actors and actresses and good chemistry. So frankly, I don't really care about how they look, but I do notice like thinking about the Disney Plus show, no, they don't align. And then even the movie also, no. I mean, Percy, I think it does align, but really no one else. So that's just like something fun to like notice. I don't typically have a problem with book, movie, book, show adaptations. I feel like I just love getting all the information. So if I just get more details in this that weren't in the movie or the show, I'm just like, great, I get more information. Like, I don't really get super upset if that information wasn't in a movie or show, if that makes sense. I'm really just like a vibes reader, vibes movie watcher, so I'm having a great time, and I'm excited to continue this. Okay, well I came home, and Milo was too excited to see me that I felt like we had to go to the park and include him, so we're at the park. He's currently hiding in the shade, but I also grabbed a green juice on the way. I can't say it tastes that great, but it's a green juice, so like what do you expect? I just thought it'd be really nice to have at the park as a little lunch kind of thing. I really wasn't in the mood for something heavy, so I brought a light snack and then this to drink because it just felt so refreshing and I wasn't starving. We're gonna go ahead and get back to reading and enjoy this beautiful spring weather. We just got back from the park and I want to go to the pool for like an hour, I would say, because it's still really nice out. It's only 2 o'clock and I just think Milo was getting a little hot at the park, so we came back earlier than I expected. That's perfect. I can grab a fun drink and then we can head to the pool and maybe even just finish the book. I think I'm about halfway through, but it's such a quick read. So halfway through, my reading update is that I'm having a great time. Nothing more to say. We are in the thick of our adventure. I mean, I know everything that happens, especially in this book, so I'm just here to have a good time, to get started in the series, and I'm having a really fun time with our characters and this journey we're going on and just seeing it in book form. So I'm very much able to kind of play it out in my head, whether or not it is the TV show or the movie. I love it. All these scenes are just coming to life in my head.
I left the hall light on in case you come back home. I sent a text that I was wrong. Oh, won't you come back home? I've been sleeping with the light on dim. The dark feels heavier without you in.
It has been a couple of hours since we last talked, but I did finish The Lightning Thief. I had such a good time with this book. It was exactly what I needed after finishing Crescent City Book 2 yesterday. Intense, very much intense, but I was still kind of wanting like a fantasy, but nothing that was too complex. This was perfect. It was also perfect to kick off a readathon where I knew I'd be able to finish a book within a few hours of reading. Obviously, it took us a majority of the day because I wasn't trying to like speed read through it. I want to take this readathon very easily. I just want to prioritize it. So I had such a good time today because I went to the coffee shop, I went to the park, I went to the pool. It was so perfect. I'm just so happy with today. So I came back, took a rinse off shower. That was needed. I definitely got a little toasty, but we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. For now, I ate some dinner as well because I didn't have a proper lunch, so I was starving when I came back from the pool. So after my rinse off, made some food. That was fantastic. Now I'm ready to pick up our next book. So let me see what I'm in the mood for. So I forgot that there were some YouTube things that I needed to wrap up for a video that goes up on Patreon tomorrow. So I did that and now I'm ready to pick our next book. I think I know which one. I am stuck between these three, the remaining books that I talked about earlier. I thought that I was going to want to jump into fiction after reading basically 2 fantasies back to back like that. Arguably 3, I think. So I expected to want to get out of that and read either this kind of general fiction sort of story, fantastical-esque if they're talking about immortality, but still fiction, or this like very heavy emotional fiction. But I really think I want to dive into Iron Gold. I don't think I'm done with the sci-fi fantasy type of genre yet. This, I believe, is a decade after the original trilogy ends. So I do need to do a little recap, a little refresher before heading into this. I feel like when you do a time jump, though, an author typically is pretty good about reminding you of the key things. However, I wouldn't mind just a refresh to get back into this world. I really think that this one is calling to me. I'm going to go with my gut, and we are going to start Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. I have watched the recap. I have my headphones on. I am ready to start this book. I had forgotten something that was revealed to us in the epilogue of Morningstar. So seeing that come up in the recap at the end, I was just like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I'm so curious how that plays a role in this, especially just with the dynamics of our characters. I'm curious what kind of main characters we're gonna have in this one. I'm kind of treating it like a TV show when they have time jumps and it's like, oh, well, that actor didn't sign the contract, so they're actually not back and we killed them off screen. Like what could we have in here that's kind of a plot twist in the beginning? I'm curious. I won't read the synopsis, obviously, on the back because that would kind of be spoilery. But essentially, we thought we were getting peace, but instead we have an endless war, and it sounds like we're on one last desperate mission. Let's get into it. I'm trying to figure out a way to talk about this book without spoiling anything, so just bear with me as I work through this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for bed. I just want to give a quick reading update before I start doing that. I am on chapter 14. I'm a little over 100 pages in. It's about 20%. Now I have to say that this is a very dense book. Don't have to read the words to just see kind of how much they are maximizing the amount of words on a page. I think the audiobook is like 23 hours. So I just look at the size of this, I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. But it's a very long book. And I have to say, This is a really good sci-fi book to get into if you're new to the genre, but that doesn't mean that it's like easy to get into. I just think it's a really, really well done story. I don't want to come across like I know everything going on over here because I don't. There's characters that I forget about, there's connections I forget about. I will say, I think they have this at the beginning of the other ones, but I can't recall. But they have kind of this like character guide that's really nice to kind of just reference their main connection that's like important for them. Like it doesn't give you all the things. It's not a bunch of like spoilers type of thing. It's more like, are they related to this other person? Are they the heir to this thing? Or whatever it may be. So I like that. I have referenced that a few times, especially getting back into this. We definitely have one POV that we know. And then we've been introduced to 3 new POVs. That was a little intense in the beginning where I was like, oh no, as someone that's like, why are there so many characters that I need to keep track of? I was kind of stressed, but I'm getting into it. I'm actually really enjoying those POVs. One is like connected to a character that we know from the original trilogy, so we're kind of getting updates on what they're doing now through this new character. The other 2, I don't believe we know them at all from the original trilogy, so they're new. We're really seeing like the aftermath of everything that went down and kind of seeing how that's affected different areas. So I like those POVs. I'm curious, obviously, like how they're going to evolve because we're seeing war. We're seeing war still. We thought peace was coming and we were wrong. So I'm very scared about everything going on right now. I've already experienced pain for characters like I just met. So that's crazy. I'm just having a really good time getting back into this. Honestly, when it first started, I was like, oh no. Like, what am I even reading? Like, am I following anything? But I felt like by like the 3rd, 4th chapter, I was like, okay, like this is his writing. This is how the story is told. Like, this is good once I get into it, but I kind of needed that refresher because it had been a while since I had read Morningstar. But yeah, I'm having a really good time with it so far, and I am very excited to continue this because things are getting really good. Very stressful, but really good. So I'm gonna get ready for bed, start winding down. I might read a little bit more, but I might just take a break and hit the ground running tomorrow morning. Good morning, it is the next day. We are about to head out and go to the beach. I'm so excited. I haven't been in probably a month and a half-ish. So we are taking Milo to daycare so he can just run around, play with dogs, and I don't have to stress about him being home alone for a long time. I'm packing my cooler, so we are in for the long haul. I want to be there for a good few hours. I have some good snacks. We're going to stop and get a matcha on the way. I'm just so excited. Today's goal is really to just finish Iron Gold. I think I'm, 20% in? But with today's goal of just another readathon kind of day to wrap up a 48-hour readathon, I think we can do it. So let's pack up the bag and go ahead and leave. Okay, I just got to Laguna and I saw a bagel place on my map, so we are stopping here. It's called Shirley Bagels, and it sounds like it could be really good, just like homemade bagels, which is exactly what I want right now. So let's go.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our 2 outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same.
The waves are so loud right now, so I hope you can hear me. But I just got to the beach. We stopped and we got our matcha. It's just so good. I love Jedediah so much. It just feels like coming home every single time I stop there on my way to the beach. But I am most excited for Shirley Bagel because Shirley knows what she's doing, I'm sure. I got a toasted blueberry bagel with cream cheese. Maybe I should have asked them to cut it in half because I just straight up got a sandwich. Oh my god. No, that's so good. Okay, I'm gonna lock in and eat this bagel because there's always birds around that want to eat your food here. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'll check in with you guys.
Could you catch me up here? Tell me what you felt. My head is filling bottles that keep falling off the shelves.
I have eaten, I feel so much better, so now I'm gonna put on my sunscreen and get to reading.
Still, I could see through every layer. This was heaven, I could taste it. Tapping on the counter, terracotta floor, voices warm and blended, weaving through the door. My skin was wide awake, so close I could hardly take it. Move quiet, leaning into spiritual healing. Spiritual healing.
It is about 2:15. We are done at the beach and I just stopped at Sonic. I love Sonic so much. Like the Midwestern in me. Sonic. I love a good cherry limeade, vanilla root beer, raspberry sweet tea. Like those are my go-tos. I think if I was just a little bit closer, I would venture to try other things. But because I'm just far enough away, I don't come here all that often. It's one of those three every single time. So good. Okay, I am gonna go home, unpack all of this. Then I don't know, I did get a call from Milo's daycare because it was his first day. They had basically called to do kind of just like a check-in, let me know how he's doing. He's doing really, really well. They said he was shy when he first went, and I was like, that's adorable. I mean, he's a very submissive pup, so I feel like he's always like shy, but I feel like he's allowing the other dogs to get to know him. And then he turns like ballistic. He's like, let's play. Like, I have all the energy, the most extroverted guy out here. So I think that's what happened. So he's doing well, which means I'm going to go ahead and keep him there for just a couple more hours. Allows me to go home, reset, maybe tidy up my space, vacuum, do a couple things that's a lot easier to do when I don't have a dog with me. I'm only about 40% of the way into Iron Gold, so we read a good chunk. It was just really hot. I was just kind of soaking up the fact that I was at the beach. So I really wasn't all that locked in on reading. So I read a good chunk. I'm really enjoying the story. We're getting more and more from those newer characters and those POVs and those storylines. Excited to see where that goes. But for now, I'm just going to go home, reset, and then we'll go from there. We'll see if I do a bit more reading before I pick up Milo. I am finally ready to sit down and continue reading Iron Gold. But I have to say, I'm getting a little nervous because it's almost 7 p.m. Like, where has the time gone? I think we got home around 3 p.m. and I had about an hour and a half before I wanted to go pick up Milo from doggy daycare. So instead of reading, I was like, I really need to clean up different spaces. And I just did random chores. That's so much easier to do when you don't have a puppy that's so kindly wanting to help you every step of the way. So doing all that, then going to pick him up, came back and took my post-beach shower, which felt so nice. I love that feeling. Then I went and picked up Chipotle for dinner. We ate that. Now we're here and I'm ready to read this. I'm a little nervous because it's just still such a thick book and I'm only like 40% of the way into it. So how am I supposed to finish this tonight without staying up super late? I'm nervous. Also, I have to admit, you guys, today has been so much fun and I regret nothing. However, I do recognize it kind of lacks the readathon energy I was going for at the start of this vlog, but I kind of love it because this has felt the most like realistic kind of readathon where you just have a couple days off of work, like a weekend, and you just want to get outside, You want to read as much as you can, but not in like a challenge way. Not like, how much can I read for 48 hours? And like, you're just like hunkered down doing nothing but reading, but more like, I want to do the things that make me happy, but maximize reading. And that's kind of what the last 2 days have been. It's been me getting outside a lot. I've loved that. We did finish, start to finish, The Lightning Thief. And then I'm already 40% of the way into this book. Like, that is a lot of reading in 2 days when I have been running around and doing other things. But I've just like, ooh, I was like, this readathon is not my normal readathon type of videos. But I hope you're liking it nonetheless. So the sun is quite literally setting. So I'm gonna go ahead and get comfortable. Milo is so sleepy after a full day of play. I'm gonna get comfortable and get to reading. I am here to conclude this video. If you can see it, we still have a bookmark in the book. I did not finish it. I was this close to being like, should I film until like 11 a.m.? Because I think on day 1, I didn't start reading until then. And then I was like, no. And then I also had the thought of like, should I just like finish it? And then like a couple days later, I come and film as if, oh yeah, I finished it last night. Girl, why? It's not that deep. It's not that serious. I'm also filming a kind of like weekly mood reading vlog. This is gonna be over there as well, so you're not like missing out as far as like when I finish it and having concluding thoughts. It just felt so silly. Obviously I wanted to finish this. That was the goal I had. Those hopes and dreams were squashed, absolutely. I got tired and I just decided to go to bed, but we are very close. So I think I have just a couple hours worth of reading. I like it. It's just not an easy book. It's worth it, I think, when I'm following it and when I feel invested. Like, I'm so glad I have picked up this saga. But then at the times that I am so confused and I'm having to remember all these different main characters and relationships and history between all of them, that's when I'm like, is this worth it? Like, why did I pick up this saga? Because there's just so much going on all the time, and if my brain isn't in it, I'm not comprehending anything. I don't want to DNF it. It's not like I don't like it. It's just there's enough points that I am confused that it takes me out of the story, and then it's hard to sometimes get back into it. It's kind of how I'm feeling about it. For now, I will be finishing it hopefully today. We'll see. I had such a good time with you guys the last couple of days. Today is another beautiful day. I am so upset I have to work. But nonetheless, I really am glad that I had the time off of work and we had beautiful weather. I could go to the park, I could go to the coffee shop, I could go to the beach. Like, it was everything I wanted and more. So I hope that you did have a good time with this. I hope that it was more of a realistic kind of readathon that you could do if you aren't someone that's like, I want to read for 24 hours straight, or the like 12 hours one day, 12 hours the next. Girl, we want to read all the time, but we also want to get fresh air. This was perfect for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.